Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa and today I'm going to be leading you through a Power Vinyasa Flow. We're going to be working on some opening postures today, a little bit of hips and hamstrings. It's going to be a level 1-2 practice. You can take it at your own pace, try out any of the poses. I'll offer you plenty of variations, so feel free to pick and choose the ones you'd like to work on. And at the same time, you can always challenge your practice and take it a little further. Have fun, follow your breath, and I'll meet you on your mat. Let's get started. We're gonna get started today in a comfortable seat, so make your way into any comfortable position. You can sit cross-legged or kneeling or sitting on a block if that feels good. Just close your eyes once you get there. Allow your palms to rest on your knees, facing up or down, your choice. Sitting as tall as you can. Rolling the shoulders back and away from the ears and just creating more space within your chest for that breath to flow freely through the body. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, try and release it. Allow your tongue to float. Remove any tension from the space between your eyebrows. Just completely relax the face. And start to tune into your breath, deepening the inhale, lengthening the exhale, and creating a steady rhythm here within your breath. Tuning into that rhythm as you're flowing, as you're transitioning, as you rest. And just notice ways you can slow down the breath, keep that rhythm going, and really allow it to power your practice and your movement today. From here, we'll take our palms together at the chest, connecting thumbs to sternum, bowing the head down. We'll open our practice with one breath together. Take a big breath in through your nose, and through the mouth, exhale. Blink your eyes open with a couple of blinks, and bring your palms down by either side of your body. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up, lengthen towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, the right hand touches down beside you. Left arm up and over the ear, just finding a nice side stretch to start. And you can open up the chest here, and you can take it a little deeper by bending into your right elbow. One more breath. And inhale, arms are going to sweep back up. As you exhale, take it over to the opposite side. Right arm up and over the ear. Long neck wherever you are. One more breath. And inhale, arms are going to sweep back up. Now from here, as you exhale, just take your fingertips out in front of you. You might hold here for today. Or you can slowly walk your hands a little further forward, finding a deeper fold. Just take it to a place where you feel the stretch. Doesn't have to be your deepest fold to start. Just getting right into the hamstrings, right into our hips. Let's take one more full breath here. And slowly on your next inhale, walk your hands back towards your shins. Sweep your arms up one more time as you inhale. And as you exhale, we're gonna roll over the shins and find our way into tabletop, however you'd like to get there, onto all fours. Once you get there, shoulders above the wrists, knees are hip distance, nice flat spine to start. Inhale, dip the belly down, open up your chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, contract, hug the belly in, round your spine up. Inhale to open up the chest for cow pose, slight bend in the elbows. And as you exhale, find cat pose, pushing the mat away, separating the shoulder blades. Follow your own breath. We'll do a few more rounds here. Any other movements you'd like to add in, swaying from side to side or moving from child's pose and forward into your tabletop, anything at all, or you can stick to cat-cow, just finding some spinal mobility here for our practice. And then we'll find our neutral flat spine. From here, we're gonna reach the right arm up towards the sky, lengthening, and as you exhale, take the right arm underneath your left armpit, so your right shoulder drops down onto the mat. Now you can stay here, or you can reach your left arm up and you can take that arm behind your back, just deepening this shape. Keep pressing through your right shoulder just to keep space between your neck and the mat. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, take that hand back down in front of your face. Right arm's gonna sweep up as you inhale, and as you exhale, drop that right hand back down underneath the shoulder. We're gonna step the right toes back, and when you're ready, we'll lift up the right leg. Now you might hold here for today, or maybe you bend that knee in, take the heel as close as you can to your glute. You can stay here or start to reach back with the left hand, and you don't have to catch your foot. You can just reach back, but if you do have your foot, see if you can pull it up a little higher. It doesn't have to be your deepest bend. Keep that leg active, so if you're to let go, it doesn't fling away. One more breath, and then we'll lower that right heel back down. We're gonna step the right foot to the front of the mat. You can bring your hand down for the transition. Wiggle that foot forward so your knee's above your ankle. Press down through the right foot. Inhale, low lunge, sweeping the arms up, engaging the core, rolling the shoulders back and away from the ears. Just holding here, really pressing through the big toe at the front of the mat. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, hands come back down, shoulder width. Curl your back toes under, lift up the back knee, step the right foot back into high plank. And their shoulders are still above the wrist, pushing the palms, pushing the mat away. One more breath in. And as you exhale, knees come down. Gently shift back into a quick child's pose. Stretch out the arms. And inhale, back into our tabletop. We'll go right into the other side. Left arm sweeps up as you inhale. Exhale to take the left arm underneath the right armpit so that shoulder drops. And you can sweep the right arm up. You can take that arm behind your back. Just seeing how this side feels compared to that other side. Maybe it's a little tighter. Maybe it's feeling more open. One more full breath. And if your hand's behind your back, just bring it back down in front of your face. Inhale, left arm sweeping up. Exhale, left hand dropping back down. So from here, stepping the left toes back, lift up the left leg, bend the knee in, and we're gonna reach opposite hand to that left foot. So right hand slowly drawing back to reach, 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 and maybe you catch that foot and lift up a little higher. Really grip that left hand down like you're holding a basketball. Take one more breath. Lower the heel down, just so we can step that foot forward with a little more balance, finding our low lunge shape. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And maybe this time we interlace our palms, rotate the palms up, and just open up the shape a little further, taking the palms back. You don't have to tilt your head back. One more breath. And neutralize your spine, hands come down, shoulder width. Curl your back toes under, lift up the back knee. Step that left foot back into our high plank. Take one breath in, and as you exhale, knees, chest and chin are gonna touch the mat. Inhale, slide forward into your cobra. And as you exhale, we'll use our knees to lift up and back for our downward facing dog. First down dog of the practice, maybe of the day, and you're welcome to pedal out the legs here. Find some movement if you'd like. Bend each knee in, press the opposite heel down, or sway the hips from side to side, anything that feels good. And if you're holding your down dog still, just a slight bend or a deep bend in the knees really helps you push with the palms to send that weight back towards your mat. And the feet are about hip distance or wider if that feels good. Hands are gonna stay at shoulder width. We'll take one more breath. And then lift up through your heels, bend the knees, gaze forward. You can step, you can jump, you can walk all the way to the front of your mat. Once you get there, half lift on your inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise it up to stand. Sweep your arms up above your head. And as you exhale, let's take the hands through center and find our fold. Follow your own breath. Half lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down, shoulder width. We're gonna take those big steps back into high plank. One breath in, and as you exhale, knees come down, shift forward, modified chaturanga, elbows squeeze in. Inhale, open up the chest with a cobra, and as you exhale, you can use your knees to lift up and back for downward dog. So that was the modified version of our vinyasa flow. A vinyasa is that sequence from plank to chaturanga to up dog, back to down dog. You can always skip it and you can do the knees up version, which is the full version. But if you're working on it, definitely use your knees. I use my knees all the time. Big breath in through the nose and exhale. On your next inhale, that right leg's gonna sweep up and back for three-legged dog. And either point your toe or flex the ankle. One more breath in, and as you exhale, step that foot between your palms. We're setting up for high lunge. So knee above ankle, engage your core, lifting up when you're ready to sweep the arms up. Same as our low lunge, just drawing the shoulders back, hugging the belly muscles in, just to protect our low back. And that right hip is drawing back, left hip pressing forward. Take one breath in, and as you exhale, we'll find runner's lunge, sweeping the arms back, leaning the chest forward without resting our belly on that right thigh. Now we're gonna step the left foot to the front of the mat. You might step it in a little closer, and that'll help you tip your weight forward and step that foot forward with a little more control. Inhale for chair pose, Utkatasana. And then from here, we'll just stand tall and lengthen. Take your hands to your chest. We're gonna lift up the toes, spread them, and place them all back down. We're gonna be doing some balancing on our left foot. When you're ready, bend the right knee forward and then turn out to the right side. You can place your sole of your foot on the ankle. You can place it on your calf muscle, or you can reach down with your right hand and place that foot on the inner left thigh, just finding our tree pose shape, really opening up with that right knee. If you want to challenge this posture, we'll reach our arms up on your inhale. And as you exhale, take your right hand towards the right knee, left arm up and over the ear, just challenging our balance here with a side stretch. One more full breath. Both arms sweeping back up, and take your hands to your chest. Now to release that knee, we're gonna turn it forward, hopefully keeping our balance. And then like you're shifting through warrior three to step the right foot back. You can use your hands on the mat for the transition. Once those right toes touch down, we're in high lunge on the other side. Inhale, arms reaching up. Warrior two, back heel pivots down, long arms, turning the chest towards the right. And in our warrior two, that front knee is opening outward, just so you can see the big toe through that inner thigh line. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior two. And as you exhale, come back through warrior two, left elbow, left thigh, right arm up and over the ear. Extended side angle. Now you can hold here, elbow to thigh, or you can take it a little deeper and take that left hand down onto the mat. Really working on just lengthening that entire right side of the body. Open up the chest, one more breath. And we'll lift back up for warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse, and as you exhale, cartwheel your hands back down towards the mat. Lift up your back heel so the toes face forward, and send that left leg up and back into three-legged dog. This time you can bend the knee, open up the hip, gaze under that left armpit for one breath. And as you exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, right foot to the outside of the right hand, just sinking the hips down. You're welcome to sit on a block. Elbows at the knees, palms come together at the chest, and then just think upward facing dog with this posture. And the feet are pretty wide on the mat, toes are facing outwards, pressing into the big toes, outer edges of the feet. One more breath in, and as you exhale, fingertips touch down, lift up your hips, heel toe your feet back towards each other. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise it up to stand, sweep your arms up, lengthen. Exhale, find your fold, follow your own breath. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale, hands come down, step or jump it back. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, use your core to lift up and back. Downward facing dog. Remember, you can always skip that vinyasa flow or move right into your down dog. Or you can use your knees if you're working on it. Big breath in. Exhale. Left leg lifts up and back on your next inhale. Just holding here, really lifting that left leg up high. And as you exhale, step that foot between your palms, set it up for your high lunge. Lift up when you're ready. Inhale, reaching the arms up. So remember, your practice can be slower or faster than my cues. Follow your own breath. One more breath here. And as you exhale, sweep your arms back into that runner's lunge. And just like the name suggests, it should feel like you can take off into a sprint here. So that back thigh is really active. We're pushing off the toes. And maybe you step the foot in a little closer again, or see if you can push off those toes and step that right foot forward. Chair pose, inhale. And then we stand tall, taking our hands to our chest. We're gonna move into that tree pose again. So lift up your toes, spread them, place them all back down. Gripping into the right foot, bend the left knee forward, and then open it up into your tree shape. And you can press your foot into the ankle, the calf. Or again, you can reach down and place that foot on the inner right thigh. Skip the knee though. We don't want to place our foot on our knee. Find your balance, find your focal point, something that isn't moving. Inhale, arms sweeping up. As you exhale, find that side stretch over to the left side. So I like to rest the palm on the left knee, the top of my hand, and reach the right arm up and over. And neutralize, arms reaching up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Turn that knee forward. We're gonna transition like through a warrior three, already bending into this right knee, just so we can step back. But again, use your hands for the transition if you need. High lunge, inhale. Warrior two, pivot the back heel down, long and strong arms. And we're really rooting down for the edge of that left foot. So we don't want to cave into the inner arch. We want to press the edge down. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior two. And as you exhale, elbow to thigh, left arm up and over the ear. And again, you can reach for that block or for your mat. And if you have this elbow to thigh connection, again, it should feel like you can release that arm. Open up the chest a little further. Take one more breath. And we lift back up, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse, and as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down towards the mat. Lift up your back heel, slide that right leg up and back. Three-legged dog, and again, you can bend the knee, open up the hip. And as you exhale, let's step the right foot to the front of the mat, left foot to the front of the mat. Half lift on your inhale, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise it up to stand. Stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your chest. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold forward, hands come down, step or jump it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna hold here for a couple of breaths. You can take a moment, find some water if you need. And just slow down your breath, find that rhythm. Let's take a big breath in through the nose. And exhale. On your next inhale, right leg's gonna sweep up and back. As you exhale, take your right knee to your right elbow, maybe you tap. Inhale, right leg sweeping up, and as you exhale, step that foot between your palms, setting it back up for high lunge, reaching the arms up as you inhale. Let's open up for warrior two. Pivot the back heel down. This time we're gonna straighten the front leg, flip the front palm and reverse our triangle. Moving into our full triangle, right hand reaching forward, left hand back. And when you're ready, on that exhale, the right hand shifts to the inner right shin, left arm sweeping up. And you can place your hand on a block on the highest setting here. Wherever you are, slight bend in the elbows, really pull the arms apart, open up the chest. One more breath. And we're gonna lunge forward into that front leg just to help us lift back up for warrior two. We're gonna move into high lunge. So to do that, we're gonna turn the pinky sides down of our hands. Clap the left hand forward. And as you do that, the back heel lifts up, rotating the toes forward. Arms sweep up as you inhale. Exhale, runner's lunge. We're gonna move into our warrior three. So you can step that back foot in a little closer. Tip your weight forward and lift up that back leg. And if it feels better for you, you can take your hands to your chest, or you can also set up two blocks on the highest setting, just underneath the hands. Lift that left leg up a little higher than you think you can. Keep hugging in the belly. One more breath. We're gonna keep balancing on this right foot, coming up to stand. It's okay if that left foot touches down for a break. Once you're standing, find your focal point, something that isn't moving on the floor. Lift that left knee up high. Arms are gonna sweep up as you inhale. As you exhale, take your left hand to your left knee, right hand to the right hip, and on your next inhale, we open up to the left side with that leg. Now you can hold here, you can release the right hip into a cactus shape. You can release that left knee into a cactus shape with the arms, holding 3, 2, on 1. Closing the shape back in front of you. We're gonna tip forward like we're moving back through that warrior 3. And again, you can use your hands for this transition. We're gonna step the left toes back and the hands come down. Right knee to our nose, point the toes back, plank curl, holding 3, 2, on 1. Moving into wild thing. So turn onto the edge of that left foot. See how gently you can step the right toes behind you, and then lifting up the chest, reaching that right arm up and over the ear. One more breath. And then we're gonna take our right knee to the mat. You can transition through plank first and then bring your knee down, or see if you can kind of move like through a side plank, reaching for the mat with the right hand, rotating that right leg up and over, and just touching down onto the mat. So right knee on the mat, lifting up the left leg, bend the knee in. We're gonna move into tiger pose again. So you can do opposite hand to foot, or if you wanna try this opening variation with me, we're gonna grip into the right hand and start to slide that left hand back, reaching for our foot. And again, you don't have to catch it, but if you have it, see if you can lift up a little higher. A little bit more challenging of a tiger pose variation. We're balancing on one side. Take one more breath. Lower that foot back down. Now we're gonna step it to the front edge of our mat. You can use your hand for the transition, or see if you can step it forward to the edge of your mat. So you can heel toe your foot out if you need to, so the hands are on the inside of the foot. And we're gonna hold here in our lizard lunge. You can stay like this. If it's feeling a little too tense, just grab a block, lift it up a little higher. Or if you wanna take it deeper, you can always take it on the forearms. And you can also open up that left thigh onto the edge of the foot. You can bend the back knee, and you can reach for that foot with your left hand. So many variations we can take in our lizard lunge, but whichever ones you choose, try and find an opening active shape. So rather than sinking out and hanging out here, anything that's touching the mat is helping you push away. Let's take one more breath. If you have that back foot, just release it, tuck the left knee back in, take it back up onto your palms. We're gonna slowly shift back into our half split. And again, use that block if it just feels a little too tense. That left leg doesn't have to be super straight. Just flex your toes towards your face, you'll really feel that stretch. Now, option to hold here, or I'm gonna give you two more options. Right hand's gonna ground down through the mat, and you can either hold onto your knee, or your peace fingers can catch your big toe. Now, if you have the knee, you're just gonna open up with that knee to the left side. And if you have the big toe, same thing. And that leg is doing all the work to lift, so don't rely on that bind. You can even just reach for your leg or for your knee without catching that bind. Kind of like a kneeling, opening side plank. One more breath. And as you exhale, we're gonna gently, gently step that foot forward. Curl your back toes under, lift up the back knee. Step the right foot forward. And our feet are about hip distance here. We're gonna bend into the knees and find a nice fold. And you can hold on to opposite elbows if you'd like to. You can interlace your palms behind your back. Anything that might feel good here, you can sway from side to side. And don't be afraid to bend into your knees to really let go of the spine. And wherever you are, just give your head a shake no, nod the head yes. Let's hold for one more breath. And releasing the hands back down towards the mat. Heel toe your feet back towards each other. Lift up halfway on your inhale. Forward fold, exhale, and let's roll up just vertebrae by vertebrae. For this next one, just letting that blood circulate all the way back up. And once you're standing, sweep your arms up, inhale. Exhale, find your forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale, hands come down. Step or jump it back. You can flow through your vinyasa. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Follow your breath if you're flowing. Every new breath is a new transition. Once we get to our down dog, let's hold here just for a full breath. And when you're ready, we'll go right into that other side. Left leg's gonna lift up and back on your next inhale. As you exhale, left knee to left elbow in plank. Inhale, sweep that leg up, and as you exhale, take that foot between your palms. High lunge, inhale, reaching up. Right into our warrior two, opening up the shape. Straighten the front leg, flip your front palm, reverse your triangle. And as you exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. We'll find our full Trikonasana. Left hand down, right arm sweeping up to the sky. And don't be afraid to bend into your knees here. Try not to lock into the knees in any of the poses we're doing. And just work on lengthening that left side as much as the right. Let's lunge it forward, lifting back up for warrior two. From here, we're gonna find our high lunge. So pinky sides are gonna face down. And as you clap that right hand forward, we're gonna rotate the back toes. Inhale, arms are gonna sweep up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Moving into our warrior three, so you can always step that back foot in a little closer, or maybe that back thigh is so active we can launch off those toes and lift that right leg up right away. Hands can come to the chest if that feels better. Really press down through the big toe on the standing leg. Let's take one more breath. And we'll come up to stand, balancing on the left foot, right knee in front of the chest. Once you get there, inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, left hand to the left hip, right hand to the right knee. Inhale to open up that right leg. And we're not really holding onto the knee to keep it lifted. That leg is doing all the work itself. And you can release that hip, cactus the arm, release the knee, cactus the arm. We hold 3. Keep breathing for 2. On 1, closing your shape, tipping forward back through that warrior 3. We're gonna reach for the mat and step the right toes back. Once we touch down, plank curl, left knee to nose, point the toes back. We hold 3, 2, on 1, turn onto the edge of that right foot, wild thing, stepping the left toes gently behind us. Once they touch down, lifting up the hips, left arm up and over the ear. 1 full breath, and then we're gonna take our left knee towards the mat. Try and move slow with control. So left hand reaching back to the mat, just to drop that left knee down. Once you get there, right leg lifts up. So again, you can go into opposite hand to leg, or we're gonna try our opening tiger pose again. So really gripping into the left hand, test your balance, start to slide the hand halfway. And again, maybe you catch that foot, but you really don't have to. A lot of the poses hold the same benefits, whether you catch that bind or not, and lift up a little higher if you can. Let's take one more breath. And we'll gently lower it back down and step this right foot to the front edge of our mat. Just finding our lizard lunge. You can adjust your stance if you need to. And any lizard lunges you worked on the other side, just moving slowly into them on this side. Maybe you opened up the hip, take it on the forearms, or reach back for that foot. And it doesn't have to look the same way you did on the other side. Maybe this side's feeling a little tighter. Just honor that within your body. You can always take it a step back. Try not to force any of the shapes. And again, anything that's touching the mat is helping you push away from the mat, just to find that opening. Let's take one more breath. Gently release that back foot if you have it. Tuck the knee in, hands to the inside of the right foot, and slowly shifting back into our wide-legged half split. And just make sure that ankle is flexed, toes are flexed. And it's okay if you have a pretty deep bend in that knee. Just flexing that ankle will give you a deeper stretch, long spine. So again, you can hold here, or if you did that opening kneeling side plank with me on the other side, you can catch your big toe or your knee when you're ready. Opening it up to the right side. The slower you move in a lot of these poses, the more control we can keep. And again, don't rely on that bind. That leg is lifting up all on its own. Use your core to gently step that right foot to the front of the mat. Left foot to the front of the mat. Now from here, we're gonna lift up onto our tippy toes. Hands come down shoulder width. Place your knees on the back of your tricep. Really think about the chaturanga arms, and you don't have to lift up into your crow today. Gazing forward, pressing through the fingertips. Maybe the right foot lifts up and back down. Maybe the left foot lifts up and back down. Maybe both feet lift up today for our crow balance. Really draw the elbows towards each other. The more you press into your fingertips, the more your weight comes back down to your mat. Now, if it's in your practice, you can jump it back into your chaturanga, or just bring your feet down, step it on back, and find your way into your down dog. Once we get into our down dog, we're gonna take a short little child's pose break, so you can gently bring the knees down and shift on back into your child's pose. We won't be here too long. Grab some water if you need. And just find your breath. When you're ready, make your way back into your downward dog. Take your time, however you'd like to get there. In our downward dog, big breath in through the nose. And exhale. On your next inhale, that right leg's gonna lift up and back. As you exhale, right knee to right elbow in plank. Inhale, right leg sweeps up, and as you exhale, take that right knee to left, we twist. Inhale, right leg sweeps up. Exhale, step your foot between your palm. Left foot to the front of the mat as well. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rising up to stand, reaching the arms up. And as you exhale, we're gonna take the hands to the chest. From here, lift up that right knee in front of you. Flex the ankle. Take that ankle to the top of your left knee and open up into a figure four, and you can hold here. Or on your next exhale, we start bending into the left knee and take it into a figure four chair pose. Doesn't have to be your deepest chair pose. It's a pretty intense hip opener on that right side. A lot of strengthening on the left. Keep your right ankle flexed. One more breath. And then slowly lifting back up, releasing that right knee in front of you. Shifting through our warrior three. Really activate that right leg to lift, reach on back, and step the right toes down. Arms sweep up as you inhale. Warrior two, open it up. We're gonna move into half moon next. Maybe you have a block set up at the front of your mat. From here, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior two, and as you exhale, reaching forward, slide that right foot in. Now, option two, lift the right leg up before the left hand touches down, or you can reach the hand down and then lift that right leg up. If this pose is new to you, definitely grab that block, place it under your left hand. It really helps with the balance of this posture. Same as our warrior three, think about lifting that right leg up a little higher than you think you can go and either flex your ankle or point your toe, just so that foot's doing something. Let's take one more breath. And we'll slowly bend into the left knee just to drop those right toes down. Straighten the front leg, reverse, stretch out that left side. And as you exhale, lunge it forward, cartwheel your hands down. We're gonna lift up the back heel and turn the toes forward and heel toe this left foot off to the side. So we're back in our lizard lunge. We're gonna do a next transition. You might grab a block and place it under the right hand, and then you can decide if you want it for the next side. So from here, reaching the left hand forward, we're gonna take that right leg through center, like a pistol squat, extending out in front of us and lowering onto our mat. That's why that block's handy, really creates that extra space you need to find the transition. So right foot forward, and then we're gonna open up this left knee, just so we're in a figure four shape, sole of the left foot on the inner right thigh. Inhale, arms sweeping up. And as you exhale, find a fold. You can just reach for the mat in front of you. You can walk your hands a little further. You can reach for your ankle, your foot. Just try not to force the shape by pulling on anything. And there can be a pretty deep bend in this right knee. Just lengthen your spine, chest reaching forward. We'll take one more breath. And then slowly walk your hands back, lifting up the chest. Now think of that wild thing. We're gonna rotate that left hand behind us, press into that heel, the left knee, and lift the hips up into our kneeling wild thing. Right arm up and over the ear. And as you exhale, gently sitting the hips back down. So from here, we're gonna take that left ankle, place it on the top of our right thigh. Think of that figure four chair we just did. Lean your weight back and slide that right heel in. So we're just sitting here, opening up that left hip flexor. Really keep that left ankle flexed. Now, if this stretch isn't deep enough for you, I'll give you one more. So you can hold this shape. It's pretty intense already. Or we can hook that foot into our right elbow crease, the left knee into our left elbow crease. Maybe you interlace your hands and you can release that right knee. So just moving into our fire log. It looks kind of like this, like we're cradling our leg like a little baby, and you can rock from side to side. Just really opening up that hip. And this is a really good preparation for a lot of arm balances, like dragonfly or 8-angle or compass pose, which isn't an arm balance but requires pretty deep hip opening. Let's take one more breath. If you're in fire log, just lift that knee back up just to place the ankle on. Lean your weight back so we're back in our figure four shape. From here, slide the right toes forward just to help release that left leg, and we'll windshield wiper our knees from side to side. And from here, we're gonna lift up the legs, find our boat pose, and you can hold onto the backs of your knees if you're working on boat. Squeeze your thighs together, lift your chest when you're ready. Release your knees forward, your hands forward. We'll hold here for 3, 2, on one, crossing at the shins, hands come down, step or jump it back. You can flow on through, find your way to downward facing dog. We've got one more side to go, and then we're gonna slow it on down. Big breath in through the nose. And exhale. Left leg lifts up and back on your next inhale. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, plank. Inhale, sweep that leg up. Exhale, left knee to right, twist. Inhale, three-legged dog, and as you exhale, step that foot between your palms, and then right foot to the front of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rising up to stand, inhale, arms sweep up above you, and as you exhale, take your hands to your chest. Grip into the right foot, left knee in front of you, lifting it up high. Flex your ankle. Take your ankle to the top of your right knee, open up figure four. When you're ready, on your next exhale, just bending in to that right knee, taking it into our figure four chair. Long spine wherever you are, hugging the belly muscles. One more breath. And slowly lifting up out of your chair, release that left knee in front of you. Tip your weight forward like you're moving through that warrior three. We're gonna step that left foot all the way to the back of the mat. High lunge, inhale. Warrior two, open it up. Flip the front palm, reverse, moving into half moon. So again, you can do the cartwheel version, which requires a little bit momentum, that left leg lifting up before the right hand touches down, or you can touch down and lift up. With this cartwheel version, that right hand might not even touch the mat because that left leg is lifting up so high it might float. And a slight bend or a deep bend in that right knee. You can gaze up if you want to challenge this posture, or you can keep looking down. Let's take one more breath. And gently, gently step that left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Straighten the front leg just so we can stretch out that right side. And as you exhale, lunging forward, cartwheel your hands down. Lift up the back heel. Heel toe that right foot out to the side. And again, you might grab that block and place it under your left hand for this next transition. We're gonna reach our hand forward. Keep gazing forward as you take that knee through. Point your toe, and once you make it through that space, flex the ankle. See if you can come into a seat, and that's a really great prep for pistol squat. From here, open up that right thigh. Left toes facing up. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, find your forward fold. Anywhere the hands land, just holding there. With a long spine, notice if your shoulders are hunched up by your ears. Try and draw them back down the spine. One more breath. And lifting up, rotating that right hand behind you, kneeling wild thing. Inhale, lift the hips up, left arm up and over the ear. And as you exhale, gently sitting the hips back down. Take that right ankle, place it on the top of your left knee. So just above the knee, not on the knee. Lean your weight back. Slide that left heel in carefully. Again, this side might feel a little tighter, so we just want to move slow. Lift up out of your chest, holding here. Keep that ankle flexed. And the closer you take this left foot in, the more compression and the deeper this pose becomes. If you want to move into fire log with me, we're going to take our left elbow crease into that right foot, right knee into the right elbow crease. And again, you can interlace your hands and you can release that left foot down. And we're just cradling our foot, rocking it from side to side. Let's take a couple more breaths in our hip opener. And to release your fire log, just lift that left knee back up to place the ankle down. Hands behind you, slide that left foot forward. Release the right leg and just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. One last little release. One last little boat pose, reaching the hands forward. Legs are going to lift up. And again, if you're working on it, hold on to the backs of your knees. Maybe this time we extend the right leg, back down. Left leg, back down. You know where I'm going with this. Both legs are gonna lift up. Again, hold on to your knees if you need to. We're holding for 3, for 2, on 1. As you exhale, just widening your boat as slowly as we can go. Don't hold your breath. Move through that shaky point. Low back touches down first, mid back, and upper back. Just let go of your body for a moment. And when you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest. You can curl up into a little ball, rock from side to side, massage out the back. And then from here, holding onto the right knee, we'll extend the left leg out and down. Take your left hand to the top of your left hip, and on your next inhale, we'll open that right leg over to the right side. So we did this pose standing, so this should feel pretty good, just for one breath. And as you exhale, take that knee back through center, switch hands. The left hand is gonna guide that knee over to the left side. And if this twist doesn't feel good, just stack both knees together. If you're feeling good, extend that right arm out and you can gaze over to the right. You can close your eyes if that feels better for you. Just relaxing the shoulders, letting go of our practice, letting go of the body. One more breath. And slowly hugging that right knee in. Left knee in towards the chest. Hold on to the left knee, extend the right leg out and down, right hand to the top of the right hip. On your inhale, open that left knee. Remember to point your toe or flex the ankle. One more breath here. And as you exhale, take that knee through center, right hand will guide it over to the right side. Find your twist. And extend your left arm out. You can gaze over to the left side. And again, you can close your eyes. Just a nice little twist on the left side, right side, melting down into our mat. And releasing. Coming back into your little ball shape, we'll do one last little hip opener. You can reach between your thighs, hold on to the outer edges of the feet. You can stay right there, or lift the soles of the feet up towards the sky, and you can rock from side to side, massage out the back here in your happy baby posture. Just trying to lengthen the tailbone back down towards the mat. So notice if it's kind of curling up, just try and root it down a little further. One more breath. And gently close the heels together. Close the knees together. Bring the soles of your feet down onto the mat. One last windshield wiper of the knees from side to side, just to release that happy baby. And from here, we'll set it up for our Savasana. Knees can come together, feet wide, or you can extend your legs out fully, arms by the sides or overhead. However you feel good and can find the most stillness in, just for these next few moments or so. You can stay in your Savasana for as long as you'd like, even when I cue out of it. Just close your eyes. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, try and release it. Allow your tongue to float. This is where our body really feels the benefits of the practice, as your body takes this moment of rest. So remember, you can stay for as long as you'd like to. But if you're feeling ready, start to bring awareness back to your body, movement into the fingers, the toes, wrists and ankles, maybe nodding head from side to side, small, gentle movements. On your next inhale, slide your legs together, reach your arms up over your head, stretch out really long. And exhale, release. Keep your right arm lifted, left hand on the belly. Bend both knees in and gently roll over to your right side, pausing there. When you're ready, press your way back up into a comfortable seat, sitting tall with the palms together at the chest, coming full circle here in our practice. We'll close with one cleansing breath together. Bow the head down. Exhale all the air out first. Take a deep breath in, fill your belly, chest, lungs, ribcage, hold it all in. And let it go. Thank yourself for coming to practice. Thank you for allowing me to guide your practice. I hope you found some love, some light on the mat. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me today, yogis. If you have any comments or questions, you can always leave it down below in the YouTube comments. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There's plenty of yoga content coming. You can find me on Instagram for more inspiration. It's Asana Vanessa over there. I really hope you enjoyed this Power Vinyasa flow with me. I hope to see you again next time. Bye.